Phantom, BB Rexa, I'm Good, Blue. And that's it for me. I shall be back same time tomorrow. Sarah is next. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, smart speaker, and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 5 o'clock. This is Justine Green. Liz Truss tells MPs that she will not be cutting public spending. Hospitals may be forced to cancel some non-urgent operations because blood stocks are critically low. And the man responsible for finding thousands of lost dogs finally has his day. The Prime Minister says the government will not be reducing public spending to pay for the multi-billion-pound tax cuts announced in the mini-budget. The Institute for Fiscal Studies claims the government needs to find £62 billion to stop public debt growing. Ms Truss's spokesperson has refused to be drawn on whether departmental budgets will increase in line with inflation. Our political correspondent Jonathan Blake says the comment appears to hint at a possible strategy.
Government's departmental budgets aren't going as far as they might have done had inflation not risen at the rate that it has done. So that's one possible theory about how Liz Truss might be able to stick to that commitment and not make any public spending cuts. But if departmental budgets rise but not rise in line with inflation, then the government could possibly argue that public spending has continued to rise, but that would effectively be a real terms cut. And the Treasury Minister, Chris Philp, has appeared to rule that out as an overall approach. So lots of people around here scratching their heads, really.
Phone lines run by NHS Blood and Transport have seen a spike in calls after the service warned that stocks have dropped to critically low levels. An amber alert has been declared for the first time, which means non-urgent operations could be postponed to protect supplies. NHS Blood and Transplant said the situation had been caused by staffing shortages and fewer people visiting collection centres in towns and cities. A court has heard how a woman killed a devout churchgoer as part of an attempt to inherit her estate. Prosecutors say Gemma Mitchell wanted hundreds of thousands of pounds to repair her own dilapidated house in Willesden in northwest London. The 38-year-old denies murder. Helena Wilkinson reports from the Old Bailey.
Gemma Mitchell is alleged to have disposed of Mi Quen Chong's body more than 200 miles from London in June last year. Miss Chong's decapitated body was discovered 16 days after she was reported missing. She was found in Woodland in Salcombe in Devon by a family who were on holiday. Jurors heard that during a search of the defendant's home, police found a will in Miss Chong's name. The prosecution alleged that it had been forged by the defendant, who needed a large sum of money to complete repairs to her home.
Human remains have been found by detectives in Milton Keynes as part of searches for a woman who's been missing since 2019. Leah Croucher disappeared on her way to work. The police are focusing their efforts on a property less than half a mile from where the 19-year-old was last seen following a tip-off. One of the biggest names in English rugby union, Wasps, are set to enter administration. The club has debts running into tens of millions of pounds, including $2 million to HMRC in unpaid tax. Another Premiership side, Worcester Warriors, were relegated from the top flight earlier this month because of financial issues. Our sports correspondent Sarah Orchard says the situation at Wasps is different.
This weekend they've called off their game with Exeter. They know that this administration is coming in the next few days. But unlike Worcester, they've quickly accepted that a buyer is more likely to take the club on with the club in that administration process once it's started. And their statement says they have a view to conducting deals shortly thereafter.
3 o'clock kick-offs in the English Football League could be shown live on television for the first time in decades as part of a new broadcast deal. Officials say they're inviting media companies to come forward with ideas to cater for changing viewing habits. The blackout dates back to the 1960s and is designed to protect live attendances at matches across all divisions. A man from Pontypridd in South Wales has been given an Animal Welfare Award after a Facebook page he set up helped find thousands of lost dogs. Graham Burton used a drone to locate the missing pets after their owners had notified him of the details. He says the scheme has brought joy to so many people.
When you've reunited an owner back with their dog, it's the best feeling ever. Even though it's not my dog or any of the admin's dogs, they get a feeling of joy. It's over and over again because we're so successful in what we do. It's an amazing feeling.
And the weather, a clear end to the day in Northern Ireland and Scotland. It will remain cloudy in England and Wales with some isolated showers. And overnight lows of 13 Celsius in London, 10 in Cardiff, 6 in Belfast and 3 in Edinburgh. BBC News, it's 5:05.
Justine, thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you Sarah Cox, BBC Radio 2.
And thank you very much, Mr. O.J. Borge. He'll be back tomorrow from 2. I saw him in real life, in the flesh. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, welcome along to your wild Wednesday tea time extravaganza. We're nestled in the middle of the week, curled up in the weekday belly button, so expect the usual fluff and nonsense, Twix now and 7. Music will be lobbed liberally, like fistfuls of rhythmic confetti thrown at a pair of newlyweds. So, say I do to great tunes, lolsome fun times, and of course your bits. Hellos, I miss yous, hope you're feeling better. It's on 88.291. As it is a Wednesday, there's Jukebox Jam plus first and last a half hour and twirl your pearls at the Sarahs plus jazz hands and get cracking. I'm excited. Simon's excited.
There is a difference between being confident and deluded, and you fall, unfortunately, into the latter.
Fine. Music then.